Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen. I have a little bit different of a video for you today. I am going to be showing you my Mother's Day present that my husband made for me and also giving you a little tour around my kitchen. The Mother's Day present and my kitchen are connected because my Mother's Day present was this adjustment to my kitchen. Of course, I wanted to show off his beautiful handiwork, and it's a great opportunity to show you how I organize my small appliances, which I have been asked about many times, and just give you like a big overview of what my kitchen looks like. Typically in my recipe videos, you're only seeing a very small amount of my kitchen. And a big reason for that is my kitchen is usually not super clean. There are 8 people living in this house. Oftentimes I'm moving a mess from one place to another so that I have a mess-free area to film my video. And since my kitchen right now is clean and somewhat organized, I thought it was a great opportunity to show you around so you could get the full picture. So this is a view into the kitchen from our living room, and we kind of have a strange setup with our kitchen because this house is from the early 1900s and has an addition, and the whole kitchen area back there is an addition. And this room right here with the green walls, we call it the green room, is the original kitchen from the house. So it's a very small square room, and it has this brick area where the original wood stove used to be. And right now it is not being, the brick is serving no purpose. There's no wood stove anymore. It's basically just taking up space. Eventually, we hope to get that all ripped out because this chimney doesn't do anything anymore. We have a fireplace in the living room that has another chimney. So we're hoping to get the whole chimney ripped out all the way down to the basement and then eventually finish off all the walls. Our dream in the long run is to make this more a part of the kitchen and have this countertop go all the way across, have cabinets maybe on the top and on the bottom. Also maybe a sink in here, like a food prep sink. That would be the long-term dream, but that is not going to be happening for quite some time. So what my husband did for me for Mother's Day is create this countertop with this beautiful piece of mahogany wood and this shelf up here with the same mahogany. And so it'll function and be like a coffee counter or appliance counter, just extra counter space for the kitchen in the meantime. And I am absolutely in love with how all of this turned out. And I'm so excited. I spent yesterday organizing and trying to get everything sorted and figured out, deciding what appliances needed to be out on the counter, what appliances could be underneath, and I'm just loving how it's all coming together. So this area is where I store most of my kitchen appliances. Let me take you into the main part of the kitchen and show you that real quick, and then we'll come back over here and I'll talk about all the stuff. Don't mind Izzy, she'll just be hanging out right here. Over here on the other side of the green room, we just have this butcher block that I am using for fruits and vegetables, and if I have any egg white bread out on the counter, trying to keep it there. So my dream has been for a long time to be able to keep the counters in the kitchen completely clear, not have appliances cluttered all over there all the time. And so I think now that my husband has created this for me and I can keep, you know, coffee maker and stuff that I use regularly out on this counter, I'm going to attempt to keep everything in the main part of the kitchen clear. It's going to be a challenge, but I think we can do it. So the ceiling here is vaulted, and I've got these 2 beautiful skylights that actually give me incredible lighting for my videos. I absolutely love that. When I saw this kitchen, when we first looked at the house, I just thought it was the perfect YouTube kitchen because there's so much room out here to put cameras and lighting, and then there's the island, and the skylights give incredible lighting. It's just like a dream kitchen. It feels so much bigger than my old kitchen, which was like a galley style kitchen in our old house. And the feel of this kitchen is a lot bigger, and of course it's a much bigger room. But I found out very quickly that there's actually less cabinet space in this kitchen than in my old kitchen. So it was kind of an adjustment to figure out where to put everything. So basically this is the only upper cabinet that I have. There's just that little tiny one there that I have some spices and things in, but I used to have, you know, cups in one and bowls and plates in another, and now I just have this one that's basically bowls and plates and cups. And so we had to really pare down what we kept in the kitchen regularly. And then there's a few lower cabinets here, and then of course some lower cabinets here and drawers. But the cabinet space is very limited. So that's why I keep most of my appliances out here. The only things that fit in the kitchen area in the cabinets, some pots and pans, like plastic containers, glass containers, cooking utensils, silverware, cups, plates, bowls, that kind of thing. I don't really have room for appliances in the kitchen itself. When I'm making my egg white bread, typically I film right over there. So I have my lighting and my tripod set up here. I get great lighting from the skylight. The sun just came out, so it's beautiful. And that is where I have my Kitchenaid set up, and that's where I do a lot of videotaping. Now that I have this area over here, I may attempt to do some videos on this counter. Kind of gives a different backdrop, might be kind of fun. We'll see how the lighting works out. There is this big window over here, so it gets nice direct lighting, but we'll play around with it and see what works out. I'll also mention real quick that our family has moved to the bus tub system of doing dishes, and that is just an attempt to keep the counters clear. With 8 people using dishes and cooking, everyone in the house really cooks, except for maybe Levi. But everyone's, you know, getting their own food, putting things together, cooking things, and it can get very cluttered very fast. So my husband had the brilliant idea of doing bus tubs, and so I got this cart, got the bus tub set up, and it works out really well. I'm still trying to decide if I want to keep them here. I did have them in another spot in the green room, but with the adjustments that we have just made, I moved it here, and I'm still trying to decide if I like it here or not. We will see. Then over here, of course, is the dining room, and it is a very small dining room for as big of a family as we have. And basically what we are planning to do long term, again, another thing that's not happening super soon, is this wall right here is not load bearing. And right now I have my pantry set up on the other side of it, which I won't show you right now because it's a disaster. Was focusing on this part of the kitchen the last few days, and the pantry is in need of some serious help. But eventually what we want to do is take out this wall completely. And since it's not load bearing, my husband said it should be no issue. And then we will just extend the dining room there, which of course means I'm going to lose my pantry, which is really important because I just have no room in the kitchen to put food. Basically, all of the cabinets are filled with cooking utensils and pots and pans and things, and there's no cabinets for food at all. And there's no other place for a pantry. There's very few closets in this house at all. It's very strange, just in the bedrooms. So there's not a lot of storage space. So trying to figure out where to put a pantry is going to be a challenge. So when that wall goes away and my pantry space becomes more of the dining room, I'm thinking it's going to happen at the same time as we really remodel this area and we get the brick out and we get maybe some floor to ceiling pantry cabinets, or if we were able to get cabinets all the way across the top and all the way across the bottom, maybe that could be part of the pantry. But again, that's going to be a long-term thing. So for now, that is staying my food pantry, and this is my appliance storage as well as coffee bar. All right, let me go over here and just go over the different appliances I keep up here accessible. I have a few more since I do review kitchen appliances on YouTube, you know, for a living. I have more than probably the average person, but I have had some people interested in knowing which ones I use the most and which ones I keep accessible. Starting over here, I have my Instant Precision Dutch oven, which I absolutely love. And I've done several videos in my Soup and Bread of the Week series using that. Love it for soups and stews, especially in the winter time. I'm finding I'm not using it quite as much now that the weather is changing, but over the winter I was using it a lot. Then down here is my Instant Pot shelf. You guys know that I love Instant Pots. And that's something that I have spent a lot of time researching and creating recipes for here on YouTube, as well as for my cookbook. And so Instant Pot is very near and dear to my heart. And I use all three of these Instant Pots regularly. I have the 8-quart Instant Pot Pro. This is the one with the handles on the inner pot, which I absolutely love. I store my lids like this because it allows the smells to escape from the silicone ring around the top, so I don't have any kind of issue with tastes or smells being transferred to other recipes. But I use this one probably the most because we have a big family and we're always making lots and lots of food for leftovers and stuff. Then I have the new Instant Pot Pro Plus. This one is pretty cool. It has a touch screen. It has a lot of cool features that are not on any of the other models. It's one of their very newest ones. And I actually filmed an unboxing for it quite a while ago, and I have not released it yet. And it's just because I haven't taken the time to sit down and edit the video and get it released. So drop a comment down below if you're really interested in seeing that unboxing. This is the one that connects to the app and that you can control from your phone. It also has some cool features with the pressure release. You can set it to pulse pressure release automatically. So I like that one a lot, and that's the 6-quart. They don't have that one in an 8-quart yet. It also has the handles on the inner pot, which is a must in my opinion. And then the last one I have over here is my BB-8 3-quart Instant Pot. My cookbook is made for the 3-quart Instant Pot, the Instant Pot Mini. And so the Instant Pot Mini is very near and dear to my heart. And I love it for quick sides and different things. You can also boil a dozen eggs in it. It's big enough for a lot of stuff, but small enough that it's easy to pull out and doesn't take up a lot of space. And it was my sister-in-law who got me the BB-8 version for Christmas one year, and I absolutely love it. So those are my Instant Pots. Next shelf up here, I have my Cuisinart Griddler. You saw me use that when I made crepes and Egg Life DIY Egg Life wraps. It has the removable grill plates, and one side is flat, one side has the grill marks, so that's really nice. The kids use that a lot. They love grilling quesadillas and all kinds of different things. Kids have their popcorn maker, air popper that they love. I have my Instant Brands frother. The kids use that to make hot chocolate. They call it fluffy hot chocolate since it froths the milk really well. I have all of my various molds for baking egg white bread in here. So many. And then my loaf pans, some little mini dash waffle makers back there. My Vitamix up here. Extra liner for the Instant Pot that also works on the stove. So we just use those as our regular pots. And I have extras so I can cook something in the Instant Pot, pull out the liner, put in a fresh liner, cook something else. Super convenient, and I can move it to the stove if I need to. Down here, we have various coffee and tea things. I have all of my stuff for making my homemade dairy-free creamer, MCT oil, powder, and collagen powder, all that good stuff. Extra mugs that don't fit on the beautiful hooks that my husband made. Then down here, I have my extra bowl for my Kitchenaid mixer and the other attachments in there. I tend to primarily use the whisk attachment because I primarily make egg white bread with my Kitchenaid mixer. Don't do a lot of other stuff with it. I have my little air fryer here. This is the 4-quart, and I did an unboxing and review of that, as well as like showing the different sizes, the 2-quart, the 4-quart, and the 6-quart all side by side. And in that video, I had said that I was gonna try this one out and see if it was big enough for us. And it's worked okay, but I do feel like I want the 6-quart size. I think that's just gonna be more useful for us long term. So I think I'm gonna give this one away. And I actually already ordered a 6-quart, the newer Instant Vortex with the viewing window in it. And I ordered that and it's going to come soon. I was considering doing an unboxing of that. I probably will. Again, comment down below if you're interested in seeing an unboxing of the new 6-quart window air fryer. I'd be happy to do that. I do also have the Instant Omni Pro oven, which has some good things about it, and I can see how it would be really useful for certain situations. Like if you didn't have a regular oven, this would be a great substitute because you can actually fit a 9 by 13 inch pan in there as long as the handles aren't they don't stick out too much. So it's a great choice for certain situations, but I find that I just like the results from the drawer style air fryer so much more, and I don't use it very much. That's just the main thing. I don't use it very much. So I was thinking I would have the tiny one for everyday use, and then I have the big one for occasional use. And I'm just finding that I'd rather just go in between and have the 6-quart one and either give this one away or put it away and decide what I want to do with it later. Now for the appliances up here on the coffee bar, of course, my Kitchenaid mixer, which I did an unboxing of and showed you guys back after Christmas. And in that video, I was saying I was debating about what to name it. And I really haven't gotten into naming my kitchen appliances very much. I feel like I should because all the cool kids do it. But I got a lot of great suggestions from you guys as far as what to name it. And I settled on the name Indie, like indigo, but Indie for short. I just thought it was a really cute name. It's not an indigo blue color, but I just thought it was cute. So we're going with Indie for the Kitchenaid mixer. Next appliance over here is the Instant Zen Tea Kettle, and I do have an unboxing and review video on this. It has worked great. It's kind of on the expensive side as far as tea kettles go, but the features are really nice. So if you want to, you know, drop a little bit extra money for a really nice tea kettle, definitely recommend this. Cuisinart coffee grinder. Oh, my kitchen scale that I use every day, so many times a day. I have an unboxing and review video of this, and I don't have a lot of complaints about this. It does most of what I need. The only thing that I don't like is that because I typically use grams and I use ounces, and that's it. And when you want to switch from grams to ounces, you have to hit this button so many times because it goes to milliliters and then it's fluid ounces, and I don't even know why it does this. It's like metric and then not metric, and then it finally gets to ounces. So you have to hit the button like 6 times to move from grams to ounces. You have to hit it twice to get back to grams, but it just, anyways, that's my only complaint about it. I would like it if it was grams, ounces, and pounds and ounces. Sometimes that's helpful. But having so many different things like the fluid ounces and the milliliters and stuff, it's just not useful and annoying when I'm wanting to switch from one thing to the other. But besides that, it works really well, and it measures to the 1/10 of the gram, which is amazing, and it seems pretty accurate. Then I have my little frother back here that I use to froth in my dairy-free creamer. I have my Keurig, which obviously needs to be cleaned. I really like this one. I got it at Costco maybe a year ago or so. I know all the things about Keurigs, about the plastic, and it's not the best, and all of those things. It's just not something I have worried about yet. Maybe in the future I will go away from daily Keurig use, but for now I'm just enjoying the convenience. And I also love that it's very hospitable. People can come in and make their own cup of coffee, and you can have different options. You don't have to brew a whole pot at a time. So there are things that I like about it. I understand that there are negatives about it as well. Last thing I have over here is my Instant Pod coffee maker. And I did a review on this one as well. I did the review with Autumn, my oldest. And I basically just keep this now because you can do the little Nespresso pods, the original size Nespresso pods work in here. You can do K-cups in here as well, but I do not like how the coffee comes out when you use the K-cup function, it comes out very, very weak and the coffee is not as hot as I would like it to be. So that is the main reason that I added on the Keurig, even though this does do the K-cups. I've been on the fence about getting rid of this. I may do it at some point. I just have to finish up the Nespresso pods that I purchased and then not purchase anymore before I get rid of it. I've been going back and forth. I do like the Nespresso pods every once in a while, but I am happy with the coffee from my Keurig for now, and I may get rid of this at some point soon. Oh, and I'm just noticing that I missed showing you my immersion blender that I have on my shelf here. This is a Cuisinart version that I got from Costco, and I don't think they sell this exact version anymore. And honestly, I don't really love the stand it comes on. It's not very sturdy or anything like that, so not the greatest version that they ever came out with. Hopefully the next one has been improved, but the functionality of it is great, and I love the whisk attachment, and I use that a lot as well. So that is my kitchen. I hope you enjoyed that little peek behind the scenes and that little tour. Hope you guys are all doing great, and I will just see you again in another video.